Hello and welcome to the Red Leaf Guard, your home for Canadian soccer news and views. My name is Jacob, and today we're going to be talking about the new team name rebrand for York United and say hello to Inter Toronto FC as the new name for it, and will be starting in the season of 2026 season for the Canadian Premier League, as the event started right before the Canadian Premier League draft for 2026. And a lot of things to say about Inter Toronto FC. A lot of fans, as known, they are mixed emotional about the rebrand of the team. As known, it has been with the York region for a long time. To be honest, I get the whole supporters group emotion about this. It's always been, from day one, they've been alongside with the club, and you look at it saying for Inter Toronto FC, there has been so many things that you wanted a stadium in the York region, but you can't actually find one that would be great to have it in the York region. Some fans would be like, some would say, hey, why not where Downsview Park is? But that doesn't work. It does not work out for York United at all. As notice, it's now Inter Toronto FC. So there's actually sources coming from Inter Toronto FC, of the owners, that there is possible that they could move to a new location in the downtown Toronto area, and that would be Lamport Stadium. They have been in talks with the city of Toronto. They have been asking to do renovation for the stadium and basically make a new home for them. Well, as noticed, 2026 season for Inter Toronto FC, they're still staying at York Lions Stadium. As known, there's also some great news. A lot of people in the dark didn't know what would happen, that Inter Toronto FC actually signed Ollie Bassett, former Atletico Ottawa midfielder who also played for Tampa Bay. And looking at former Canadian Premier League MVP coming back to the Canadian Premier League, I've seen a lot from the Atletico Ottawa fans really upset that Inter Toronto FC actually signed Ollie Bassett. Be like, well, now we have something in common with Atletico Ottawa versus Inter Toronto FC. And that's something I would say Inter Toronto FC is making a statement. They want to be a competitive team, win some championships, but can the new brand of a name, Inter Toronto FC, win in 2026? But again, they're going to go through Atletico Ottawa. They're going to go through Halifax Wanderers. They're going to go through Forge FC, which they had trouble going through. Not to mention Calgary FC. But now you also have FC Supra in the mix of actually this competition. So I get it. For this 2026 season is going to be probably a competitive matchup. But again, 2026, you lose Valor FC. There's also question marks about Pacific FC also, including Vancouver FC. But I love how 2026 season is going to look like. But again, also Inter Toronto FC had some things to talk to the press, including the Pasquel brothers, they even including Max Ferrari. What their thoughts in the rebrand of Inter Toronto FC and what they have to say.
This is the first goal for us to our long-term project in the city. We're here for something special when they decided to come to Canada and invest in this project. Basically to support youth Canadians and also be part of an amazing city like Toronto is. This is a new era, a new chapter of becoming a huge part of this important puzzle that is growing fast in Canada. It's soccer.
As big a moment this is to rebrand, what would you say to the fans that maybe are a little bit tired of, one rebrand, two rebrand, now three?
No, I know. I mean, these guys will need your support. I mean, I sort of respect what you're feeling today, but believe me, we're working very, very hard to make it. It's a very successful club, as I said before, on and off the pitch. We're going to be an example in the CPL. We're going to represent Toronto. We're going to represent Toronto in a very, very respectful way, but also as an amazing city as it is. So we need you on board. We need your support, and we need you to be there for us and for the club.
The stadium as well. Of course, you guys have been looking to move closer to downtown. What's the progress on that, and what would be your hopes of a timeline to move downtown?
Yeah, we've been in very good conversations within the city. They've been very supportive to us. We want to revitalize Lamport Stadium. We already made a special commitment with the city to invest some money on Lamport and make it not only for the CPL and for the club, but also for the community. We want to make it beneficial for the community use as well. I think it's a great location and it can bring a lot of good things to the city as well.
What's the timeline? Are you envisioning there like next year, 2007?
The sooner the better, to be honest with you. I mean, as I said before, they have been very supportive and we know they want us there. They have been telling us that, and we're very, very excited of that.
You said this was the first step of what you're doing. I think 2021 you guys got going last year.
Sure. At the end, we want to be one of the best, or maybe the best academy in Canada. We're starting next year from teams from the U13 all the way to U21. We're going to be the first CPL team to have that. At the end, we already have around 150 players in that academy, starting at 13 and going all the way to 21, plus the professional team. We want to build a pipeline to the first team. And at the end, we're here because of the talent that it's not only in the GTA, but in the whole country. We want to improve that part of the project. Of course, we invested not only money, but a lot of quality on the pitch. We're bringing the best coaches, the best staff to be part of this. And we're going to have the best academy in Canada. I really believe that. And we're going to do everything we can in our powers to make it happen and to bring those young Canadians with a chance to be pros.
Where will the academy be? Where will the teams train?
Well, next, it's something that the League One teams are going to be training in Ontario Soccer Center right now. We're also exploring possible new facilities. We're also to invest in new facilities, and we're exploring with different conversations with different people, not only in the city, but also in the private sector, to make it a reality and have our own facilities there with everything concentrated in one place.
How confident are you that this rebrand will sort of increase interest in the team and possibly even attendance in the game?
I mean, success doesn't come one day from another. I mean, it needs hard work. We come increase attendance, and we we arrive. And we really believe we're going to do it every year more and more. At the end, there's a lot of people living in this beautiful city and playing a lot of soccer these days. So there's good examples of a lot of cities around the world that support many different professional clubs in the same city. So Toronto can be one as well. At the end, we're here for a pretty important project, as I said, support the youth Canadians. You already saw an example of a couple of players from our team representing their different nationalities, Canada and El Salvador in the last U17 World Cup. And that's been only 3 years since we started an academy. So you're going to see it grow more, and we're going to do everything in our power to help those kids to be pros someday.
How much of an opportunity do you see with the Toronto soccer fan to tap into that market even more now that TFC will be in the summer?
No, I mean, there's a lot of opportunity, as I said before. We were not here if it wasn't for the opportunity, for the support that we can bring. We are soccer guys since we remember. As you know, we come from another country that's very supported on soccer. It's huge. And we want to bring that passion to Canada, and support all those kids and families that before the CPL was created, most of them should, if they had a chance, if we go to overseas or maybe down north to try a chance and move away from the families when they're pretty young. That's not really going to happen anymore. We're going to try to keep them here in Canada with their families, with their loved ones, and provide them with a chance to be pros as well.
Becoming an Toronto has been a long-time project. I know for you and your brothers. Give us some behind the scenes of what it took to get this over the line and fully rebrand.
Well, when we acquired the club, we knew it had to make some. There was a lot of opportunity for growth. Not only the academy, the commercial part as well, but also in the name. We wanted to include the name Toronto because living in an amazing city as Toronto is, and worldwide known city, well of diversity and multicultural, I think it makes all the sense in the world.
You guys set up a bit of a community now, in terms of community being a very common word now that you guys use. Having set down the roots in North York, how do you guys balance that when considering the move to Airport and having that new place?
Well, we've been very close to the community. Last year we visited hundreds of places, from schools, from hospitals, from charities, and we've been very close also in the north part of the city as well. And we're going to continue that. At the end we're here for all the GTA communities. We want to be an example on and off the pitch, and we want to keep improving that.
For the first signing from the club today with Ollie Bassett, maybe just why was he the right guy to bring in, and how much is that a signal of intent?
Well, at the end, we want to build a winning team. Compete for championship every day. Ollie has a huge background. He's been in the league for a while. He has already won MVP, so he's a great signing for us, but it's not going to be the only one. We're going to be more international players, but remember, our main project is supporting youth Canadians. We're going to be younger every day, starting with our academy, and we're going to do everything we can for those kids to be ready when the time comes.
Hey, Max Ferrari, a big event for you. So now a rebrand for you. You've been to 2 team names rebrand. What's your thoughts on the rebrand for Inter Toronto?
Very excited. I think moving it towards a Toronto name is something that was kind of bound to happen. I think when you have a Canadian league, a pro league, you need to have Toronto team, right? That's very important, and I'm very excited. I mean, the colors look amazing, logo looks amazing, and I can't wait to see the kids, to be honest.
Max, I'm sure you have a lot of memories of Toronto growing up, so to be able to potentially be in the city or really represent the city, I'm sure that's special for you, in this bigger market.
Yeah, like you said, obviously I always say I'm a York Region kid. I played for York Region, but I was born here in Toronto, so that it's that extra special feeling to play for my city. I'm also living here now, so playing for a city that I'm, like Mauro said in the interview over there, it's exciting to have a bunch of local guys that are playing for their team in their league. It's very exciting, and to finally get this over the line, and yeah, it's just a really nice, good day for the club.
Talk to me a bit about Ollie Bassett.
That's a statement of a 10, if I have to say. I mean, when you talk about wanting to win trophies and win games in this league, you go and sign one of the best players that's been in this league. So very excited to play with him. I'm sure he's going to score a lot of goals, assists, and win us games. So very excited.
Also, you mentioned you're happy about the team moving forward. There's the ownership that is now going for a future of trying to move to Lamport Stadium. What's your thoughts on the team that could actually move to Lamport Stadium?
Yeah, that's an exciting venue. I mean, growing up, like I said, from this area, I used to play there growing up. Played a lot of games with my local team, and I used to watch TFC2 play at Lamport Stadium. So, obviously, a cool venue, and yeah, great area, and just excited to play in Toronto.
Actually, I'm sure you dove into this a little bit already, but just in terms of having been a York United player, having been a York United player, and now being a Toronto player, just talk to me about that sort of experience over the years as you've grown up with the club, kind of side by side.
Yeah, like you said, this is my second rebrand, third team name technically, but the same club. Going into my 7th year, so really excited. Yeah, time flies when you're enjoying it, right? And I'm really excited to get going with Inner Toronto. Yeah, really excited to get going. Thanks, guys.
And that's full time of the Red Leaf Card. You could follow us on X, Spotify, and YouTube. I'm your host, Jacob, subbing out.